Week 19 is in the books. Um, Man, it would have to be our league that, going into the last week would determine so much, right? So, winners this week. David won. Big win. Much needed win going into week 20, puts him in a great spot. Dale wins. Pulls off the matchup against AJ. There was a Sunday showdown, tied for a lot part of the day, but then Dale pulled away. Big win, puts him in a great spot. Um, Adam with a great win puts him in a better spot, and I'll explain later why. Carlos with a big win puts him in a great spot. I got a big win, puts me in a great spot, and Joe got a big win, which I believe hypothetically keeps him in the running. So there was way too many scenarios, to try to play out just how close everything is. Um, it's way too difficult because one person loses, one person wins. It changes everything up. I have one thought on each team who are in contention of a scenario where they make it in. Some are right straightforward, and the other ones are more complicated because of how close they are and where they are in the standings. And even if they did lose, if other people lost, that doesn't necessarily mean they're out of it. So let's start with the rankings for next week. So starting tomorrow, I'll be 1, Moy will be 2 at 12 and 7. We're both at 12 and 7. I'm 1, he's 2. Adam at 3 at 11 and 8. Alex at 4 at 11 and 8. Adam coming off a big win. Puts him in a great spot to win money for this season payouts. That's the point I was making earlier. Dale at 5. David at 6 and AJ at 7, all with a 9-9-1 record. Efren at the 8th spot, 9 and 10. Justin at the 9th spot, 9 and 10. And Carlos at the 10th spot, 8, 10 and 1. Joe at 11 at 8 and 11. And Ray 5 and 14. So, I'm going to, again, just one quick point on each person. Okay, let's start with Joe. Joe, I believe, has a scenario where he gets in. Joe needs Ray to beat Carlos. He needs Dale. Well, let's real quick. Let's look at the matchups for next week. So, matchups next week, so this makes more sense. I play AJ in a brother-to-brother showdown. Justin will play Dale. Joe will play Alejandro. Ray will play Carlos. David versus Efren. And Adam versus Moy. Now this stuff will make more sense. So, starting with Joe. If Ray beats Carlos, that'll give Carlos an 8, 11, and 1 record. Remember, every win is a point, every tie is a half point. Okay? I'm not going to go into the point system. It's going to take too long with this video. So Ray needs Carlos to lose. Well, he needs Ray to win. He needs Ray to beat Carlos. He needs AJ to beat me. He needs David and Dale both to win. David to beat Efren and Dale to beat Justin. Because Dale will stay where he's at 10, 9, and 1. David will stay where he's at 10, 9, and 1. AJ will stay at the 7th seed at 10, 9, and 1. And then Joe will jump Carlos because Joe, of course, he needs to win too. Will have 9 wins. Carlos will be 8, 10, and 1. So that's 8 wins is 8 points, and that tie is a half point. So he'll have 8.5 points. Justin will be 9 and 11. Efren will be 9 and 11. But because they're both coming off losses, and Joe, if he wins, will be 9 and 11. He's coming off a win. He will jump Carlos because he'll have 9 points, and Carlos will have 8.5. And he'll jump Justin and Efren, who will have 9 points as well, same record. But Joe's coming off a win, they're coming off losses, and he'll sneak into the 8th spot. So that's Joe's situation. If Carlos gets in, if he needs, this is where it gets tough. Carlos needs to win, and I believe he's in. And this is why. Carlos If he wins, he'll be 9, 10, and 1, which means he'll have 9, 10, and 1. Okay? 9, 10, and 1. If Dale wins, he'll be 10, 9, and 1. David will be 10, 9, and 1. If AJ wins, he'll be 10, 9, and 1. Efren will be 9, 11. Justin will be 9, 11. Carlos will be 9, 10, and 1. He'll jump them to the 8th spot. If Dale loses, he'll be, let's say Justin and Efren win. And let's say AJ wins, he'll be 10, 9, and 1 at 5. Efren will be 10 and 10 at 6. Justin will be 10 and 10 at 7. And Carlos will jump Dale and David because they'll be 9, 10, and 1. Carlos will be 9, 10, and 1 coming off a win, so he'll get the 8th spot. So Carlos, I believe if he wins, he's in depending on how the other matchups go. Again, it was too much to try to figure out. The other ones are AJ is another tough one. AJ wins, he's in. AJ loses, because he's at the 7th seed right now, I don't see a situation where AJ makes the playoffs if he doesn't win. If he goes to 9, 10, and 1, he's got to hope that Dale and David win because they stay right where they're at. And he's got to hope Ray beats Carlos. Because if Dale and David win, they'll be 10, 9, and 1, stay where they're at 5 and 6. AJ will be 9, 10, and 1. If Carlos beats Ray, Carlos will be 9, 10, and 1, go to the 7th seed. AJ will go to the 8th seed at 9, 10, and 1. And Efren and Justin will go to 9. Will drop further down because Carlos will get the 7th seed, AJ will get the 8th seed, and then Efren and Justin will get the 9th and 10th seed. So AJ does have a scenario where if he loses, he's in. If Dale, David win, and Carlos wins, or Carlos loses, either way, AJ's in. AJ wins, he's in. Efren wins, he's in. Justin wins, he's in. They cannot afford to lose. Justin cannot afford to lose because he's out of playoff contention right now. So Justin has to win. I believe. Again, this could be totally wrong. Efren, I believe, has to win. Or he needs Carlos to lose and AJ to lose, and he'll stay in the playoffs. He needs Dale and David to win. So again, Efren, Justin win, they're in. AJ wins, he's in. Carlos wins, I believe he's in if Dale and David win. Dale, David win, they're in. If Dale loses, he just needs AJ to lose, and I believe David to beat Efren. David wins, he's in. If David loses, he needs Dale, I think, to win, AJ to lose, and Carlos to lose. But again, if they win, they're in. They control their own destiny. Dale, David, and AJ. Efren and Justin, you control your own destiny too. Because of how the matchups are, and you're playing other playoff contention guys that are in the 5 through 8 seeds with you. You know, Efren's playing David, Dale's playing Justin. So again, now let's look at the top 4. Because there's a lot riding on next week for them too. If I win, I control my own destiny. So if I win, I hang on to the 1st seed. If I lose and Moy wins, he goes back to the 1 seed. Adam will go to 11 and 9. I'll go to 12 and 8. And if Alex wins, he'll go to 12 and 8. And he'll go to the 2 seed. And I'll go to the 3. And Adam will go to 4. If I lose and Adam beats Moy, he'll go to 12 and 8. And he'll go to the 1 seed. I'll go to and if Alex wins, he'll go to 12 and 8. And he'll go to the 2 seed. I'll go to 3, and Moy will go to 4. None of us can drop out of the top 4. Because the most wins Dale, who's at 5, can get is 10 wins. Alex already has 11 wins. So the 4 of us can't drop out of the top 4. But all 4 of us can either go to 1 or we can go to 4, depending on how the other ones play out. So the 1 seed is still up for grabs, 2 seed still up for grabs, 3 and 4 still up for grabs by next week. So the top 4 are battling out for those 4 spots. The 5, 6, 7, 8 are battling it out. Well, 5 through 11 are battling it out for different scenarios and wins and losses to get the 5, 6, 7, 8 seed. Leave it to our league to have week 20 determine so much. Here's a quick interesting fact before I let you guys go to, get ready for week 20. I'm the 1 seed, Moy's the 2 seed, Adam's the 3 seed. If Carlos gets into the 8th seed or the 7th seed for playoffs, against me, Moy, and Adam during the season, Carlos is 5-1. Carlos is undefeated against me and Moy, the 1 and 2 teams. He's beaten us both twice during the season, and he split 1-1 with Adam during the season. Carlos is 5-1 against the teams who would be 1, 2, and 3 starting tomorrow. And if he's at 7 or 8, he's gonna play one of us, unless Alex somehow, plays him in the first round. That's pretty crazy. This hat, it's a USC Dodger alt New Era fitted hat. Took me forever to find it. I've been looking for 5 years. It has the USC logo in the back. I know a lot of you guys are UCLA fans, but if you guys are interested, they finally restocked them and re-released them at the USC bookstore. So just Google the USC bookstore. Go to their website, and under hats, hopefully they're still there. If you guys are interested, you guys have a good one.